We've got two pieces of news coming from Gaijin today. It's fix number 58 and some Battle Pass challenges that cater only to the top tier players. Let's take a look. By the way, I'm Old Dead Man, your host. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you are enjoying today's video. We're going to kind of get started with the It's Fix number 58. It's a tiny one, so I'll be pretty quick here. Then move on to the Battle Pass season. So with It's Fix number 58, first things up, you get to flex your achievements in the game. Let's switch over to my game client so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so we're in my game, my War Thunder client right here. And we're just going to go click on my name here. Yes, that's me. And we're going to pop over to achievements. And we're going to go to Gaijin.net achievements. Now, this allows you to go down here to this button right here and say compare Gaijin.net achievements. And it brings up a little web browser for you, checks your authentication, and shows your status of your achievements in War Thunder. I've done 46 out of 87 for 52% completed. Let me pull up the name of one of my buddies so you can kind of see what we're looking at here. We scroll down and we search for users here at the bottom. And I'm going to hit my good buddy Rising Dead, who got us into a top tier match the other day while I was driving rank 4 vehicles. Pretty entertaining. Now we've got my achievements on the right and his achievements on the left, and it figures. And I thought this would be the case. He's actually bested me on his achievements. He's been up to something, I'll bet. But 49 of 87, he's doing a good job. I can't imagine that there's any of them that I've accomplished and he has not, though. I mean, just saying. So, lots of, that's interesting, but it's kind of just a weird flex. All right, now we're back to War Thunder's website, and so we're continuing on. They did a bunch of just minor piddly UI improvements here. I'm not going to say there's anything exciting in this list here. Just, know that there are some changes, like the titles and medals sections have been removed because they were just superfluous, as they say. A few other things, like on the Battle Pass window, there's a lock, which now become a button, and it tells you what you need to do to earn those prizes, and that type of thing. So we're going to move on to the next one, though, which is a lot more important. They've been doing some fixes on smoke. One of the big changes, though, is that they've added a small delay between salvos. So I've done it a few times where I've been like, I just got hit, and I've hit the smoke button really fast, and well, they've added a half-second delay so that, their first salvo goes out and blows up to smoke you up and doesn't just blow all of the smokes out of your, blows all your smokes up. So that's a nice little change. They fixed the random size salvo issue, which if you paid attention, I think when the ping got a little bit high, you'd hit the smoke, and instead of putting out its full salvo of smokes, like for instance 4 smokes, it put out 3 or 2. And sometimes it was with a little pop and then a delay and then another pop, and it would put out like 1 or 2 instead of the full amount. They fixed that up, and they fixed a problem that I have not bumped into, and that is where it would actually overstuff your smoke grenade launchers if you sat and reloaded on a point. I would be kind of nice to have those extra smokes, but looks like I was never that lucky. Finally, in the other improvements area, there went through the whole thing. Most of that's just what was addressed there. There is one thing you want to keep track of. The control axes of the radar designation queue now control its speed instead of position. And they've adjusted the joystick axis so you could use your joystick for those. For keyboard control, you have to make sure that's changed to absolute. Just make sure you double check that when you are using this feature. And the second thing that caught my eye, right here, the detection range of pulse radars in the most high-ranked fighters has been increased by 30% at low and medium altitudes. So if you've been having some trouble, getting your radar to lock on or detect things, well, maybe at low and medium altitudes, it'll be working a little bit better for you. Let's move on to the Battle Pass itself. Now, this time I'm going to be doing it in a slightly different format just to make things simple. I'm going to do the classic, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh, is it ugly? And kind of go through some of these things about the Battle Pass season. Now, a lot of the good things are right here, right off the bat. So let's just kind of take a quick glance down. We've got the season starting on, today, the 27th, and going through October 26th. The rewards are here. The awards are the T-51A, the BV-155, and the Object 248. And they do have some interesting decals. The Armored Board decal, the Test Operation decal, the Armor 100 millimeter text right there, and the Armor Pierced Here text. They also have a few decorations. This training mine, this stop shoot sign, and this rotating emergency vehicle lighting. If this works, and you'll actually see a spinny red light, I would absolutely think it's hilarious. I don't think it does, but it would be hilarious if they did. And of course, they've got the profile icon test driver, and that is one cranky looking old dude. No, not me. I'm talking about the profile icon. Okay, so that's kind of the quick summary of it. The War Bond shop, went through it. Nothing really exciting in the War Bond shop this time. Um, but just keep in mind that you will still be earning towards that War Bond shop as you work on your Battle Pass season. In the meantime, here's the quick rundown of the actual awards here. You can take another look at them. Then we go into the real nitty-gritty details. Obviously, we still have the vehicle showing up, the first vehicle showing up at level 38, the T-51A, right here. Then we have the BV-155 at level 51 right here. That's a non-tradable coupon. You have to get much farther down to make a tradable one. And then we have the level 75. We've got the Object 248, or the IS-2 lookalike. I think it won that contest. Anyway, that's the main things right there. Those are, traditional. The Battle Pass really has become a kind of a consistent thing. It's there's less issues than previous seasons, and generally the format works. So there's really no complaints there. And we're now into what's good about the Battle Pass season. The BV-155 looks interesting and is a unique vehicle. The Object 248 might potentially become a meta-defining vehicle depending on the BR they put it at. But with the higher fire rate and high effectiveness, that could be a game changer for the Russian lineup in that area. The decorators look interesting, and that's all good. But then we move on to the bad. And this is, in my opinion, obviously, but the very top bad item is at level 14. Instead of having a low tier vehicle here, they still have that premium account for 10 days. Very unpopular, and I don't really care for it. Then we go on to the challenges. Now, most of the challenges are garden variety things, straightforward stuff. Destroy 125 vehicles. I mean, super easy. Be first 7 times. Destroy the specified numbers of player vehicles with each type of ground vehicle. Tank destroyer, SPA. Super easy. And then there's a couple of streak ones and firing in motion. This will be a fun one, so I'm putting this in the good category. Destroy a specified number of player vehicles while driving a tank at a speed of at least 40 kilometers per hour. I'm always about having fun with fast-moving vehicles. That's going to be a fun one to do and should be relatively easy. Bust out an M18 or an R3T20 or something like that and just keep in motion, as it says. Now, here's the next bad item as far as I'm concerned. One of the challenges, ballistics calculation, right here, is destroy a specified number of player vehicles using unguided rockets of various masses. And it says masses, not explosive masses, but that may be just the normal mistranslation thing going on. So less than 5 kilograms, 5 to 40 kilograms, and more than 40 kilograms. The top 2 categories are super easy to do. You can find rockets with more than 40 kilograms of mass all throughout the tech trees. HVARs, for instance, in the US tree, and obviously Tiny Tims, both fall into the large category there. The 5 to 40 kilogram, there's a bunch of options. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to link a spreadsheet I found that actually lists all the rockets and their associated mass. It'll be in the description below, so make sure you check. Anyway, so that one's really easy. The problem is less than 5 kilograms, and it does mean less than. I believe there's only 7 rockets that qualify, and I believe there's only 7 rockets that qualify. And Of those, only one of those has vehicles at any level below rank 5 that are available to carry those rockets. And that is only the RZ-65. And that is only available on the BF-109 F2 and the BF-110 F2. It's also worthless. It's so small you can't kill easily with it. So good luck on that one, especially if you don't have the higher tier jets. Now, the jets do have that other options, and that's, fine. You can get in there and accomplish this task. But if you are not that far up in your air tree, you're in trouble on this one. That said, it's just one challenge out of the batch. That means that you couldn't finish um, this one here, unless you just are just really good. But there's another problem, and that's when we get to the ugly. The history of military equipment. You have to destroy 10 vehicles while driving vehicles from rank 1 through 7. That means you have to have top tier vehicles to play and get this achievement right here, this challenge, as part of the Battle Pass. If you don't have them, sucks to be you, I guess. They need to really rethink some of these challenges, but this one is definitely being a gatekeeper and making certain that the Battle Pass really is targeted towards those upper tier players. So keep that in mind. That is something you might want to make sure of. If you can't do that one and you have trouble, or you have trouble with ballistics calculation, then you cannot get the achievement of successful tests, which is completing all the challenges for the season. And that's kind of the long story short on the Battle Pass season field testing. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Are you excited about it anyway? Are you just jumping at the bit to try and get these vehicles and play this Battle Pass season? Are you carrying over your Battle Pass from the previous season? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And in the end, thank you very much for joining me today. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. You have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in War Thunder.